You want to cool off? Step back.
I take out a piece of paper to test the depth of the brick gaps. The size is just right. Then I ask Sucre to make some noise. Sucre gets what I mean, so he starts singing loudly. Other people charge money for singing, but his singing is torture. The other inmates immediately start cursing at him, while everyone's yelling and swearing. I quickly kick open the wall with my foot. Soon I kick out a hole big enough for a person to crawl through. The guards rush over immediately. The inmates finally quiet down, and I quietly crawl out of the cell. But this is only the first step of the escape plan. I still need time to study the escape route. The next day, when I return to my cell, I actually see the warden sitting in my room waiting for me. Suddenly I have a bad feeling, and I also notice the leaking screw hole. Fortunately, the warden doesn't notice anything unusual, but he tells me even worse news. He received orders from his superiors to transfer me to another prison, and it will be executed tomorrow. Hearing this, I'm at a loss. I desperately beg the warden not to do this, but the warden remains unmoved. I don't give up. So I find a prisoner who has been here for 50 years. He tells me this thing is simple. I just need to write an application. Find any excuse to say I'm not feeling well. Then the superiors will reject the application. It takes at least a month to go through the process. During this month, no one has the right to transfer me. I immediately do as he says. After the warden receives the application, he can only follow the procedure. I restart the escape plan. I have Sucre pretend to hang clothes as cover. Then I crawl into the structural gap in the cell to find the passage to the infirmary. But I discover there's a concrete wall blocking the passage, and the prison often has random roll calls. I don't have enough time to break through this wall. I barely knock a few times before being called back. All this time is wasted on the road. I can't escape at all, just when I'm at my wit's end. Smart Sucre thinks of a way, when we're put in solitary confinement. The guards all leave here. They don't do roll calls at all. This way there's enough time to dig through the wall. I go inside the prison's structural interior, then crawl along the pipes to the air conditioning room. I directly cut the power lines. In this sweltering summer, every prisoner feels like they're in a sauna. Led by T-Bag, the prisoners start rioting and declare they absolutely won't return to their cells without air conditioning. The inmates all join in fanning the flames. The guards look at the prisoners about to explode, while announcing they'll put us all in level 1 solitary confinement, while fearfully rushing out of the cell block. But in the panic, the guards forgot they haven't locked the prisoners in their cells yet. Captain Bellick prepares to come over and teach the prisoners a lesson, but gets mocked and ridiculed by T-Bag. He says only people who can't become police officers become prison guards. Bellick can't stand this kind of mockery. He fires back directly.
I read your psych records about how your daddy, his mongoloid sister, and then 9 months later, little Teddy pops out.
T-Bag instantly becomes furious. He leads the prisoners to frantically shake the security gate. The security gate is already starting to loosen. Bellick gets scared and quickly leaves with the guards. Soon the cell door is breached by the prisoners. T-Bag even finds a set of keys in the control room. This means all prisoners in the prison can be released by him. The released prisoners search everywhere for an exit. Bellick suddenly feels something terrible is happening. He takes out his weapon and wants to charge over to take them down, but gets stopped by his colleagues in time. The prison is full of desperate criminals. How many can your bullets take down? Helpless Bellick has to report to his superiors and request backup. The prisoners in the infirmary hear that the cell block is already free. Their true nature starts to show. They first knock out the guards, then have intentions toward the female doctor. Seeing the situation is bad, Sarah gets scared and quickly hides in a room. She first uses a table to block the door, then tries to call the police, but the phone line was already cut by the prisoners. On the other side, Sucre and I take advantage of the prison riot. We're studying ways to break through the wall. We must connect the infirmary and the cell to prepare for the later escape. However, a sudden accident disrupts our escape plan again. T-Bag catches an unlucky guard. He wants to take this opportunity to vent properly. He beats up the guard and throws him right into my room, then kicks him again. The guard instinctively grabs onto the sink, but accidentally knocks over the loose sink.
They're breaking out! They're breaking!